So this is my presentation. I am Jamie De Jesus Ramones. My affiliation is from Philippine Christian University. I am also a uniformed member of the Philippine National Police. So this is my study. This is the photo of my alma mater, Philippine Christian University. My topic is strategic partnership towards violence against women and children, crime prevention in selected barangays. In my background of the study, transforming the Philippine National Police into a more capable, effective, and credible police force is one of the major thrusts in the system for the next several years. The police community relations effort will play a critical part in the translation of the PNP into a credible foundation, more particularly in the prevention of crimes against women and children. A synergic partnership between the community and the PNP is essential if crime reduction and quality of life are focused. It is founded on the assumption that effective crime prevention lies not in the accountability of the police officers alone, but in relevant partnerships with the residential area. Moreover, with the alarming crime statistics against women and children, the researcher has been prompted to pursue this study to be able to provide a research-based strategic partnership against violence against women and children crime solutions that may help improve the crime index in Quezon City. The police community relations in the Philippines have a slowly evolving policing system but are gaining recognition internationally. Effective police community relations can prevent crimes against women and children. A synergic partnership between the community and the police is essential if crime reduction and quality of life are focused. Therefore, reciprocal relationship and support are critical in the increasing the law enforcers' effectiveness in implementing the law, cutting time and preserving peace and order. This partnership is further strengthened by initiating programs to make the community feel safe with the police. With the citizens feel safe in the community, trust and confidence in the police will be regained. Therefore, it will be easier to woo their support in all police programs for an attainable and absolute peace and protection. In this act, the Philippine National Police shall be a more accessible and indispensable community partner in more efficient and effective inspection and repairs. Community participation in Quezon City by promoting them to organize a local police plan for community safety is supported by the barangay officials as well as the community business. For the conceptual framework, the study is anchored on the Barnard acceptance theory or zone indifference theory. As mentioned in the book of Manuel and Foronda, which viewed the organization as a cooperative system of individuals embodying three essential elements: establishing and maintaining a system of communication, securing essential services from other members, and formulating organizational purposes and objectives. The distribution of authority is an essential process within the organization. However, the source of the authority did not reside in the person who gave the orders. Instead, authority resided in the subordinates who could choose to either accept or reject directives from superiors. Based on this theoretical framework, the researcher underscores the direction of the study, wherein the collaborative partnership between the police and the community is defined by the effectiveness of the police service delivery, the support of local executives or the barangay, community partnership, initiating programs and projects, handling of the violence against women and children cases, and the violence against women and children prevention or efforts at the barangay level. Along with this partnership, challenges encountered by the two groups of respondents in handling VAUSI cases and intervention actions taken are also determined in this study. The results of this study will provide a strategic partnership towards violence against women and children crime prevention. This is the conceptual framework. This theory is used in the study since it looked into the effectiveness on organization between the police and the community. Police are the organizations composed of trained men in uniform to protect and serve the community against lawless elements. This theory manifests an organization should be strategic in establishing and maintaining good communication to be effective. Methodology. This study employed the descriptive research design to determine the extent of strategic partnership on violence against women and children. According to selected barangays in Quezon City community executives, staff, and police officers, the data gathered were the primary sources, the two groups of respondents, which are composed of the local executives and their staff, and the police officers in the Quezon City. The respondents were tasked to answer the researcher-modified instrument pertaining to the implementing guidelines for city, municipal, community, and service-oriented policing system, and the NAPOLCOM Resolution Number 2015-342 and Community-Oriented Policing System of the PNP DS-0-8-95. The policies concern the Violence Against Women and Children Act. Data gathering started right after the colloquium of pre-orals and after the researcher-modified instrument was reviewed by the researcher's advisor and phase validated by at least 5 experts in the field of study. The researcher considered all the necessary revisions on the research instrument. Simultaneously, the researcher submitted a letter of request to the appropriate departments where the respondents are situated in the PNP to make the administration of the instrument seamless. After a week of field survey, the data was tallied and coded with the help of the researcher's statistician so that the researcher could never go wrong in treating the gathered data. The data was processed with the help of SPSS version 20.0 developed by the International Business Machine. In the methodology, the following statistical tools were used in this study. The weighted mean was used to extent of strategic partnership on violence against women and children crime prevention in selected barangays in Quezon City, according to barangay executives, barangay public safety officers, their staffs, and the police officers, and the challenges encountered by the two groups of respondents in the handling of VAUSI cases and intervention actions taken. T-test of two independent samples. This tool was used to determine the differences in assessment of the two groups of respondents on strategic partnership on VAUSI crime prevention. In my result of the study, this study determined the strategic partnership towards violence against women and children crime prevention in selected barangays in Quezon City. Specifically, the following questions were answered and presented in the following section. What is the extent of strategic partnership between Quezon City selected barangay as assessed by the public safety officers and the police officers, classified in terms of two parts? The first part of the questionnaire contains assessment of the strategic partnership on VAUSI according to police officers and community executives in terms of police service delivery, support of local executives, community partnership, handling of VAUSI cases at barangay level, and VAUSI prevention efforts at barangay level. The second part determined the challenges encountered by the two groups of respondents in handling VAUSI cases and intervention actions taken. The importance of individual awareness about violence cannot be ignored in providing appropriate information and a learning environment for VAU victims. Ideas on several cases can make a difference in addressing reported cases where women are the main abused and the victims themselves. The study focuses on the three communities in Quezon City, particularly in barangays Botocan, Sikatuna Village, and Anonas, in which VAU cases are widespread. On the other hand, the idea of the women's framework in violence is able to illustrate the integration of a model of male-to-female violence. It shows the outcome of racial differences and superiority. In addition, the patriarchy became the result of ideologies of gender difference and superiority of males. These in turn are perceived by the abused women, victims, and at best internalized by them. This has been noted to have an impact on the women being maltreated or unequally treated and discriminated when it comes to social practices and limit the opportunities to all accesses to economic and political freedom. Aside from that, The men are predominantly overpowered and hold tremendous influences in the societies which perpetuate discrimination and violence against women. Impact and outcomes of the study. The key to a successful program is to ensure all participants share the same goals and values and take an active role in achieving the desired outcome. A sense of empowerment and commitment to collaboration is critical in utilizing a multi-group approach to crime prevention. These understandings parallel the existing study which focused on partnerships between barangay and public safety officers to increase policing presence in the community by organizing and strengthening. At this time, any individual must be vigilant enough to further widen the understanding of the significant laws, rules, policies, and rights that have been implemented in our country about violence against women, including the Republic Act 9262 or the Violence Against Women and Their Children, the Republic Act 8353 or the Anti-Rape Law, the Republic Act 8505 or Rape Victim Assistance and Protection Act, the RA 7877, or the Anti-Sexual Harassment Law and Anti-Trafficking Law, including the Republic Act 8369, which has been established as the Family Courts Act of 1997. This study will be significant to the following stakeholders: the Philippine National Police, Directorate for Police Community Relations. This study will provide the department with relevant insights into the extent of the collaborative partnership between the police and community members of the Quezon City. They will be able to understand clearly the collaboration of the QCPD police officers with the local executives, which impacts the communities in Quezon City. And then the local government unit of Quezon City, they will be informed of what must local executives and community members think of collaborating with the QCPD police. Further, they will be the recipients of the program to be initiated aimed towards effective crime solution as a result of this study. The barangays or local executives of Quezon City will be provided with research-based guidelines for effective crime prevention through enhanced police-community relations. The community members, they will feel safer with the implementation of effective police-community relations program and projects on effective crime prevention efforts. At the same time, the researcher, this hybrid study on the collaborative partnership with the police and community may be pursued as a validation or an expanded study. In my conclusion, the following conclusions were drawn from the study. Both police officers and the barangay executives group are one in declaring their strength, which is coordination with each other. However, they both differ in the areas of concern. The police officer said that they need help in assembling the community, whereas the barangay group needs to initiate change in VAUSI case handling. The two groups of respondents' strengths also differ, as well as their perception of their weaknesses along support of local executives. The police officers focus on information dissemination of VAUSI prevention, while the community leaders focus on mechanisms for coordinating VAUSI cases. The same holds true for their weaknesses. Police officers need help formulating a peace and order plan and mechanisms for coordinating with the community, while the barangay leaders need help in mobilizing personnel and resources for VAUSI prevention. Both groups are amenable in that their strength lies in mobilizing force multipliers, but they need help in giving specific tasks and resources and changing the community's perception of organizational goals. It is worth noting that both the police officers and the community leaders are one in declaring that they have a strategic partnership along the transporting victims, but they need help in entering the houses of the victim. It is observed that both groups differ in their assessments of the strengths and weaknesses of the VAUSI prevention efforts. Both the police officers said that it is establishing VAUSI desk officers, but for the community leaders, it is along with establishing an assistance program for victims, like monitoring that they stay safe. In terms of the weaknesses of the VAUSI prevention efforts, according to the police officers, it is prioritizing livelihood projects. But community leaders said that the women need more development program. Recommendation. The following recommendations are offered. The Philippine National Police should seriously create a peace and order and public safety plan that also focuses on strategic partnership with the community, especially in assembling the community, initiating change in VAUSI cases, handling needs, mobilizing personnel and resources for VAUSI prevention, giving specific tasks and resources, and changing the community's perception on organizational goals, legal and right process in entering the house of the victims, and prioritizing livelihood projects and more development program. The PNP and the community executives should work hand in hand towards building a more cohesive partnership that strategically prevents the violation against women and children crimes. And third, the PNP, with the intercession of the Department of Interior and local government, should revisit policies and guidelines in line with the implementation of the Barangay Protection Order. There should also be a systematic monitoring process of this function in place. And these are my references in my study. That is all. Thank you.